Carson made it better.
For the record, jeans came first before I ever wrote a record. College full frame, team player, name the record. And that's before I pressed record. Now I'm in the studio, jack of all trades. Now it's beats that I decor. You never would've seen it though. I don't get paid, but I can make it better. Yeah, it's my game, I read it like a letter. The Monday's inspiring. Sometime or someday I'll get up and find it. Find what? Someday I'll find it. My passion keeps growing, my effort is spiraling. At 10-0, I amped up the tempo. I play keys, learn instrumentals. The baby and Kanye, the influence. Later down the line, I got into this. 5 years later, haven't changed a thing. Got a little bigger, but ain't nothing bigger than my family. Got a couple songs, not a lot of fans. You see, working with my friends means more to me. What's more to me? Making memories. No social life, only social to the threes. Friends, God, and especially my family. And my dogs too, they the ones supporting me. I might just been the timeline on them ghosts for me. Became a new top item. Kendrick enters scenes, thought I was bugging. He's the go to me. I got to study and his flow's immaculate. Attacking it. At 13, I was rapping it. By 14, I was making beats. And 15, tasting some defeat. For the record, jeans came first before I ever wrote a record. College full frame, team player, name the record. And that's before I pressed record. Now I'm in the studio, jack of all trades. Now it's beats that I decor. You never would've seen it though. I don't get paid, but I can make it better. Yeah, it's my game, I read it like a letter. The Monday's inspiring. Sometime or someday I'll get up and find it. Find what? Someday I'll find it. My passion keeps growing, my effort is spiraling. At 10-0, I amped up the tempo. I play keys, learn instrumentals. The baby and Kanye, the influence. Later down the line, I got into this.
Carson made it better.
What up, what up? Slip, AKG, what's going on? So, I'm going to do something a little bit different. I am going to do a livery. I don't know if I finished the livery, but I wanted to do something custom. So my plan is I'm going to create my own decals for this Subaru Impreza 98. At least the main decals, like the ones on the side, the biggest ones, kind of the wrap or whatever, the logos and stuff. But I'm going to create them from scratch because I want to do something a little different with this livery. And I think I'm just going to have to create my own decals to do that. Oh my God, is that BandCon? So, I'm on the computer. I mean, I guess you can see Gran Turismo 7 pulled up there in the corner, but I'm going to create these decals first on the computer. So, let's hop right into it. Okay, good. You like that idea? Good. Yeah, so I can see up on my tablet over here when I change screens, so I don't have to try and read the chat from Streamlabs. All right, so let's go live desktop. And first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to import. I already saved some images, some screenshots and whatnot. First thing I'm going to do is import. Let's import this guy. Actually, no, let's try this one. So import this giant photo of a Subaru Impreza from the side. Let me shrink it down quite a bit because it's way too big. That's what she said. Alright. So let's make it a little bit smaller. A little bit smaller. Okay, I think that's good enough. So the first thing I want to do is I want to create the shape of the side of the car. And the reason why I want to do that is because I need to know the scale of how big and how far I can go with this decal I want to make, so that I'm not making it to where it's unrealistic to actually put it on the side of the car. So what better way to do that than to actually have the side of the car. So the way I'm going to do that is I'm going to go over here to my trace bitmap, and I'm just going to go to, it'll drop down to edge detection. So actually, before I do that, no, we'll do that. We'll do that first. Okay, we'll do edge detection first. So we'll do edge detection, and we'll go ahead and trace that, bring this over here, and we'll keep this image because I want to use it again for something else. So we'll just kind of shove that image up there. So now let's work with this. I'm going to zoom in. Big high-tech con over here. Oh, you getting fancy? Yeah, yeah, trying to. So this is what I wanted to be able to tell how much space I have to work with. But what I want to do is I want to get rid of all the stuff in the middle. I just need like the straight up space. I don't need all this junk. So I'm going to go over to these nodes here, and I'm just going to kind of delete them all in the middle because we don't need them. We just need the space, the canvas to work with here. So let's get rid of all that. Clean out this space. Get rid of the door handle. We don't need that. Get rid of this. I'll keep the wheel wells and the tires there because I need to know if my decal is going to run into those. So I don't want to go too far there. So delete all that. Okay. I think that's good enough. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be something that's representative of the side of the car so I can see how much space I got to work with. So now that I got that, I'm going to go ahead and, oops, click on that and move it out here to the side. Okay, now, first of all, let me save this. Save, save, save. Always save. We'll call it, we'll just call it Subaru Impreza. Okay. And now I'm going to go back over here and I'm going to trace this again. But this time, I'm going to go to multicolor. And the reason why is because I want to steal this logo off the side of the car. So I'm going to go over here to multicolor. I'm going to go to colors. And now I don't need this to be a perfect image because I only care about this logo here on the side. So I don't really give a damn if the rest of it looks like shit or if it's even an accurate color at all because I'm going to make it my own custom color after I've created the decal anyway. So I want to make this as simple as possible. So I'm going to just drop down the number of scans or the number of traces all the way down until the logo goes away, and then I'm going to go back up one. So that is the minimum amount of traces that I need in order to get that logo. So now that I've got that, I'm going to apply. And I'm going to go up here. I'm going to drag it down to the canvas. I'm going to ungroup it so that it separates all the different levels or layers, colors really is what it does. So ungroup. And then I'm going to take this outside blue one. Don't need it. Delete it. Don't need the black. Delete it. So all I'm left with is basically the orange, which contains the logo. Now I don't care about all the rest of this shit. I just want the logo. So I'm going to zoom in. And I'm going to go to my node tool. And I'm going to delete anything that's close to the logo that I want. Because I want to be able to drag and drop it. Or at least highlight it and copy and paste it. To get it separate from all this other junk, right? So let's just delete all this shit that's around it. Don't need it. Don't need it. Don't want it. Let's just get it out of the way. So it's easier to put a box around this logo. Let's get rid of this guy. Why is he there? Okay. I think I can work with that. Just to be safe, let's get rid of that. Easy enough. Get rid of that. How'd the lawn go? Oh, well, I didn't do the lawn. Rati mowed the lawn for me. She's a rock star. She's awesome. She's the best woman on the planet. I did blow off the grass clippings, and I did check on something on the chicken coop. Yo, subbed and liked. Bono, what's up, man? Bono legend, yeah. So now that I've got the logo separated, right, I'm just going to highlight it like this, and I'm going to hit copy. And then I'm going to zoom out and delete everything. Not like everything on the entire file, but just this right here. Delete all that. And now I can just paste, and boom, all I've got is my logo. Let me go ahead and save. Save, save, save all the time. Now I don't need this picture anymore, so I can go ahead and just delete that picture. Now I've got the two things I wanted. The space that I'm working with and the logo I want to start with. Okay, but it's not perfect, right? Because it's got a piece of the door handle on here. You can see where where the door handle was and the logo overlapped it. So I need to fix that. Not a problem. We can just go into the node tool. Let's see. Bono, you legend. Rati was out there putting on a show for your neighbors. Probably was. She probably wasn't wearing a bra. I'm like 99% certain she was not wearing a bra, so the neighbors were enjoying that, I'm sure, if they were looking. We see her tactics. This is some next level livery making shit. Yeah, I wanted this to be super custom. I feel like AKG really loves this car. He's been talking about it every day since he discovered this rally shit in GT7. And he's been streaming it every day, and he uses his car a lot. And so I really wanted to make, I didn't want to just make a livery with whatever's there. I wanted to create something that no one has, right? So I wanted to do something that's fully custom. I will upload it to GT7 and share it so other people can use it, you know, spread the love. But I wanted the first time that this decal is used to be on a livery for AKG for a car that he loves. So that's kind of why I'm doing this. You're correct. No bra? Is that what I'm correct on? No bra? Yeah, Bono, you're getting fancy as fuck. All right, so we've got this selected. We just need to fix this. We just kind of need this to be round, right? We don't need all these like nooks and crannies from the door handle. So this is pretty simple, pretty straightforward. First of all, we can just delete this right here, this circle, and that will eliminate that. And then we can delete these nodes here, and it should bring it down to about where we need it to be. I can probably just get rid of that node. And now all I've got to do is take these handles, and boom. That eliminated that little nook and cranny there. So now let's scroll over here. We can just delete that. That's easy. We can delete these nodes. We can delete these nodes here. And we can probably delete that one and this one. And then just adjust these handles to where they line up. Boom. And then we can delete these nodes. Boom. And then we just got to adjust these handles. So now we've got more of a, we're starting to get more of a shape without the door handle that used to be there. I think I'll leave that node there for now. I might end up needing to delete it, but let's drag these handles over here. And yeah, I think I do want to delete that node. It's causing issues. So let's delete that. And then bring this handle out here. And now we've got a nice little swoop there. And nobody will ever know the difference. Okay, so that's that. But then I think, wasn't there more? Yeah, there was another piece of the door handle right here. So we need to get this connected to this, basically. So this is going to be a little more tricky because these are two separate pieces. So what I've got to do is make this piece here match this piece and then delete this piece later. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to drag this node up to this corner. And then I'm going to take this node and drag it up here. And now I'm going to have to play with these, I'm going to have to play with the handles, of course. But the first thing I need to do, though, before I do that, is I need to delete that corner piece. So let me try to remember. All right, let me undo, hold on. How am I going to remember? Okay, so this node is here, so anything above that that's not in the corner I can delete, so it would be these guys. And then I really don't need this node here at all. I really just need that corner one, honestly. So delete that. Let's drag. I don't really need that either. So let's drag this guy out here. And then let's delete that node. And drag this guy out where that node was. And then we can delete these other nodes. And that should eliminate that other piece that was there. And now I really don't need this guy, honestly. And then all I gotta do is adjust these handles. So want that to be kind of circled off there, more rounded. Okay, and now when we zoom out, we've gotten rid of the door handle. Now this is the logo, this is what I wanted. So I'm gonna try to just save this part. Sorry, let me re-chat. I'm like getting all into it. I didn't say shit, Rati. He logged into my YouTube and said it. It looked like a fish head at first. It did, actually, with the eye and everything. Yeah, that was like the keyhole for the door, I think. The door handle. Am I just smoking too much? No, you're right. It was a fish. It looked like a fish head. Con, bless your heart being able to do this stuff. Fucking slam shit like a caveman. Alright, so let me zoom out a little bit. I don't really care about the color because I'm just going to make it whatever color I want in the game. But I do kind of like to just default it to black, usually. I don't know why. It's just whatever. Honestly, I could just default it to the Subaru yellow color. Could do that and then change it later. Let's do that. Okay, I'm going to save. But what I want to do is I want to open new. First, let me copy this. And let's open new. And let's paste into the new. Reduce the size of the canvas down to the size of the actual decal. And let's save as, we'll call it Impreza side logo. And now that I've done that and created this separate SVG, I want to see what size it is, because size is going to be the biggest problem. It always is. Uploading decals into GT7 is very painful because of the size limitations. But let's go see how big it is. I called it Impreza side something, a side logo. So, oh, it's 12 kilobytes. So we're under the 15 kilobyte limit. I don't even have to freaking condense it down. So yeah, I'm liking that. That is freaking awesome. Okay. So now, let's see, what am I missing here? I knew from the title who this was for. Yeah. Yep. Okay, so now let's go back to the, I can close out the Impreza side logo one for now. Let's go back to this main one. And let's zoom out. And now let's grab our little car over here. Alright. And let's resize the canvas to that. And now that's going to be about like that. Let's see. Let me do something real quick. Let's import this image again just so I can get an idea for how big it's supposed to be on the side of the car. Shrink that down. And if you're wondering why I'm like shrinking it down the slow way instead of just dragging and dropping, it's because if you drag it, it won't shrink it down like equally, I don't think. Or maybe it will, because I do have it locked, but I don't know. Anyways. So now that I've got that, I can kind of tell that my logo is pretty darn close to the actual size it needs to be. The position's a little low. So it's about like that. It ain't got to be perfect, right? But it's about like that. So now I can leave that. And now what I want to do is I want to create, this is the regular logo that just comes on the car, right? I want to customize it. I want to do something different, right? So let's see. JV Legend. I see a different face cam. A different face cam? What do you mean? Like my camera's different than it usually is or something? Or Con, if you do end up starting to make the livery in, the stupid heart is covering my, what does that say? Livery in GT7. Make sure you put it in your description so it tags GT7 audience. Just starting to make the livery in GT7. Yeah, no, I think I did. I think I put in hashtag livery, hashtag decals, hashtag GT7, hashtag AKG5. I put in a bunch of hashtags in there, so. Oh, my camera seems different because I realized before that I was not using the 1080p function or resolution of the Logi camera. It was like the old 4:3 format, and so I just went in and changed its resolution so that it's wider. Anyway, so now what I want to do is I want to create custom shit on here. So what I did, but I want it to still be kind of Subaru-ish, right? So what I did is I downloaded the Subaru logo, and I did it in like a 2-dimensional flat, no gradients, just simple and plain, because gradients are a major problem in trying to upload into GT7. So I'm just going to go ahead and import that image. And then all I want from it is the stars. I don't give a shit about the circle. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to trace it. I don't care about colors, really. So I'm just going to go down to the most basic possible trace, which is 2 layers. And then I'm going to hit apply. Oh, actually, that looks kind of blurry in the picture. Maybe I need to go 3 or 4 even. Oh, it's because I took a screenshot. That's why. Let's see what this looks like. Let's just do this. Drag it over here. If it looks like shit, we'll have to redo it. Okay, yeah, there are some other little artifacts in there, but we can delete those. Those aren't a problem. That's not a big deal. So I'm going to ungroup. And then I'm going to go into my node selector. And I'm going to zoom in, and everywhere where one of these little artifacts, these little gray kind of dots or whatever, I'm going to, actually I don't even need this gray surrounding line either, but we'll go ahead and just select the dots. Why is it giving me all the nodes? I don't want all the nodes, I just want the one color. Here we go. Okay, there we go. Okay, now it's selected everywhere where there's that gray color. And now I can simply just delete them all. Highlight the whole thing without having to worry about deleting the black, which is what I want. So now I'm going to zoom in, and there's another little artifact here. And it's because of the fact that I did like a 5-layer trace. So it's basically creating colors in between black and white where the edges are. Cam is looking good, crisp, and clear. Awesome. Thanks. Maybe because the format JV makes it seem like it's covers more area now. It does, yeah. It's wider. It covers more area. Is it too big? Do I need to shrink it down? Because this is the first time I've done it with the 1080p resolution on the face cam. If it's too big, actually, let me look at it here, because I have it on my tablet. Oh, I see. It's kind of covering. It's covering a little bit of the area that I'm working on there. So maybe I should move it over. I can do that. Just get it out of the way. Let me go to my Streamlabs here. Let's grab this guy and let's move it to the other side. In fact, we can put it just bottom right corner. And then let's go back into Inkscape. Is that better? That way it's not... Alright. The stream's catching up. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so now it's not covering the canvas. That's better. Look at your phone. I sent you something. Uh-oh. What did you send me? Can you send me an alcoholic beverage? Oh, nice. Wait, what is that? What does that say down there? BanCon? Honey, what are you trying to do to me? Look at it. Let me see if I can show this on camera. She made a QR code with my logo in the middle and said, and then hashtag Gran Turismo, and then please subscribe to the channel. Show him some love, thank you. But let me just zoom in on what she hid. Little Easter egg here. Let me see if you can see it. She hid that down in the bottom left corner. Classic. Nice job, honey. But no, seriously, can you bring me an alcoholic beverage? All right, so let me continue deleting all these little kind of trashy looking artifacts that we don't need. So that cleaned it up quite a bit. You can already tell right off the bat. We know what BandCon really looks like. That's a bootleg band. It is a boot. That is a bootleg BandCon. That is a bootleg BandCon. I'm gonna go ahead and delete the gray here too, because I don't really need the gray. I just want straight black image there. Boom. Okay. And now I really don't need this circle, so I'm just gonna go around and delete all these nodes around the circle here to get rid of that. Oops. I think I accidentally deleted one too many there. There we go. And let's get these guys. And don't worry if it looks like that, because as soon as I get rid of the rest of the circle, it'll go away. Boom. Okay. Now we've just got straight up Subaru stars, and that is it. And that's what I wanted. So now I want to, in the whole, now this is why I really did the edge tracing of the car. Because I need to figure out, when I make this custom pattern, how it's going to fit on the car. I didn't know how to get the OG. I could have given it to you. I have the file, honey. I could have shared it with you. Con has it. Make sure he sends it to you. If he doesn't, I'll... No, I'll send it to you. But yeah, so this is why I created this trace of the side of the car, so that I can take this pattern. Let me highlight it here. Move it down here onto the canvas. Okay. And now what I want to do is I want to shrink it down. And I kind of, what I want to do is I want to create almost like a patterned effect, like a continuous pattern effect that kind of just follows the side of the car up past the logo and maybe even through the logo or behind the logo, right? And I want to do it with all kinds of different size stars. I want to have this big one, these chunks of little ones, but then I even want to create some smaller ones that maybe taper off in the back. So I kind of like the placement of that. So now what I want to do is I want to zoom in and I want to separate these guys. So ungroup if I can, if it's going to let me. No, it's not going to let me. Okay, so what I'll have to do is split path, and I think it should... Okay, so split path allows me to separate the stars. And now I'll grab, like, let's say these two guys, copy, and then paste. Kind of... It doesn't have to be perfectly in line. It can be sort of random. But I want it to be kind of close, so that it doesn't look super, like, far off. And... let's put these guys here. And now don't worry about that it's covering this yellow logo, because I can put it behind the yellow logo, so that's not a problem. It's just a matter of layering. This is mainly just to see how things are going to look once I place them all. Alright, so now let's paste a couple of more here. Okay. And I know I have like snap to on, so it's trying to snap to everything, but that's okay. And let's get a couple more down here. And then I want to start shrinking them down. So let's put these here, but let's shrink them down a little bit. So let's take it down a few sizes, because I want to start making it look more like a busy pattern and then tapering it off. And then let's copy and paste those guys. Get them over here. Ugh, I'm about to take off the snap. Turn off snap. Oh, much better. Okay, let's go over here. Paste some more. Okay, now let's paste some more, but then let's start tapering them off a little bit more even. Making them smaller. Whoop, not that small. Thank you, honey. She's the best. Out of my team not sponsored Tumblr. Tumblr not sponsored. This thing keeps drinks cold for like days. Okay, I love the fact that BandCon has turned into something. Dude, it's fucking insane. It really is. I don't know what it is. But we all greet each other. Yeah, and end with BandCon. And it gets slipped in at the end of a sentence, BandCon. Like, you know, just like that. Like, you know, you just be talking and then at the end of a random sentence, you just finish with, you know, BandCon. You know, that's how it is. Bobby Vegas, what's going on, brother? Good to see you. I'm just making some decals that I'm going to use, some custom decals I'm going to use for a livery that I want to do for the Subaru Impreza 1998 rally car for AKG. So I'm just getting the decals done right now, and then once I get them done, I'll upload everything into Gran Turismo 7, and then I can start on the livery. Oh, I got really nowhere to put this. Will it fit down here? Nope, not going to fit there. Let's go over here with it. There we go. Okay. So, let me shrink these down a little bit more. And I want to start kind of fading them out. So, copy and paste that. Why did it not paste? Paste, I said. Paste, damn it. Copy, paste. It doesn't want to. Copy, paste. There we go. Okay. So, let's keep on going. Paste. And let's get some down here on the low side. Okay. And a few more this size up here on the high side. Okay, now let's start dwindling it down again. So this guy will reduce down a little bit more in size. The idea here is that I'm trying to create a fading pattern, not with color gradients, but with size. I want the pattern to fade to where it just looks like a bunch of dots at the end, almost like a mesh pattern. Okay, so click on that, copy, paste. 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 And now this is going to be a lot of objects for one decal, so I might have to split this in sections. That's not a problem because I can just piece it all together on the car later on. And like I said, this is all going to go underneath that yellow pattern. So you'll see like bits and pieces of it sticking out kind of underneath the pattern. Okay, and now let's shrink down the next one here. So let's go... Let's start making it really small here. There we go. Click, copy, paste. Yeah, thank you for doing that, AK. Please feel free, everybody that's a mod, you know, copy everybody's links, paste them in the chat. Everybody click on those links and go sub to everybody else. Let's spread the community. Let's make this community freaking huge. I mean, it already is huge. But there's plenty of food for everybody to eat, so let's get everybody involved. Sub to everyone. Let's grow the whole entire community. BandCon. Can't believe I'm freaking saying it now. Golly. So this is kind of tedious, I know, but this is what you got to do if you want to make your own patterns, your own pattern decals, because if it ain't there in the game already, somebody's got to make it, right? So, it is what it is. Okay, and now let's make it even smaller. I'm gonna have to start zooming in so I can see what the hell I'm doing here. Okay. All right. And let's copy, paste. It's going to get to the point where I'm putting so many of these things on here that it's going to be a very large SVG file, I think, which is fine. Like I said, I could split it into sections. I want that one to be further back. Actually, I don't want it there at all. Let's just go this way with it. There we go. Okay. Make sure I'm away from the wheel well there. And let's put like one more of these guys up here. And then let's paste the next one and shrink it down again. Okay. And copy, paste. Paste. And the reason why I'm not like just like I could easily just try to select all of these guys right here and copy and paste more at once, but the idea is I want these to kind of look random somewhat, sort of following the same general trend, but they don't have to be all perfectly lined up. I want them to kind of trickle off. And become less and less, basically, to where there's more and more gaps. Almost like the stars are kind of burning out and fading away. You see what I'm talking about? Okay. And now we'll take this yellow one and bring it to the front just to see what it'll look like. So let's go to Object, let's go to Raise to the top. And so this is the idea. Now obviously all this will be different colors and it'll look way more complete when it's on an actual car, but the idea is you got the giant star here in the bottom left, kind of near the front left fender. Then you've got the cluster of, you know, larger stars that are part of the Subaru emblem, but then it just kind of fades off. It just disappears. I think it's kind of a cool effect, and what I'm going to do with it is I'm not going to just make it, you know, the body of the car blue like the typical Subaru Impreza rally car with the yellow, you know, swoosh signs. I'm not going to just do that. I'm going to make it custom colors, and I'm going to try, if I can, to use the technique that LG was talking about, doing a carbon base, putting a decal over the top, and then using opacity settings to make that my game is, sorry, my screen is fading out on my game because I haven't touched the controller in forever. But then use the opacity settings in the decal on top of the carbon to add some transparency and allow that carbon to shine through and create kind of a sheen. That's what I'm going to try to do. So we'll see how that works out. It might be pretty difficult. Okay. You mentioned me in a post on YouTube. Let me see what I've missed here. Subbed, brother. Yeah, sub to everybody. Yep. Without them, let me make the, oh yeah, there we go. Without them, cars would look very boring. I'd be racing around with liveries looking like child sticker books. Yeah, you would. If it wasn't for Con and LG making me liveries and Steve hooking me up. Shout out to Racer Pat. Yeah, Racer Pat for the tracksuits, dude. And the helmets. He's made a shit ton of those things, man. They look good. I know he's made one for me, Slip, AKG, a bunch of other people. Yeah, Racer Pat, he may not be in the chat, but like if somebody can go to his channel and link him. I don't know if he does a whole lot of YouTube streaming, if any at all, but hey, might as well have the subs waiting for him if he ever chooses to do a YouTube channel. Did you see the Slapshot livery? No, I didn't. It's Slapshot. That's like a hockey movie, right? I don't think I've seen that movie. Sorry for caps. Oh, that's all good, man. I don't get bent out of shape about that. Like, I don't. Some people are like, stop yelling at me. Who gives a shit? It's just text. It doesn't take up any more space than regular fucking lowercase text. It's still just one line, you know. I've never understood why people get so bent out of shape about caps. Like what's the problem with it? What is it doing to you? Those caps never hurt you. Got you at JV. Great looking channel. Dude, yeah. JV's streams, man, his overlays are fucking mint. Especially when he's like not racing and he's just kind of in the lobby chilling. He'll zoom out to where he's got like this whole crazy, I don't even know how to describe it. It's separated into like different sections and it's just really cool looking, really well done. The color shift paint, yeah. I was thinking I was gonna try both to see which one looks better. LG, either the color shift or the carbon. I don't know. I want to play with it and see what it looks like because it might look cool with the color shift if I make these stars a little bit transparent and they're going across the color shift into different colors. That could be fucking lit, dude. So yeah, I don't know. We'll see how that looks. Yeah, hockey movie worth a watch. I've heard about it. Yeah. Is it like a rated R movie? I mean, dude, my daughter watches all kinds of crazy rated R shit. I don't really care if she sees it. She's seen everything there is to see. I only had 5 views when I had 100 subs. Took me 8 months to catch on to things. Damn. How many views have we got right now? I can't even see. Is it 11? 11 people watching? Awesome. That's pretty good considering QC streaming his Group 3 lobbies right now. And I kind of want to hurry this up so that I can, at a minimum, make his demo derby. I want to at least catch a couple of Group 3 races if I can. Dave's a killer, Dave's a mess. I don't know what that means. Probably a line in the movie. You guys make me blush. Slapshot is legendary. Your son is going to end up a... Oh, shit. Maybe we don't need to let Millie see that movie if they're talking about stuff like that. Yo, Rusty Shotgun in the house. What is up? Rusty's another livery legend. JVZ. What does JVZ stand for anyways? I get what the rest of your name stands for. It looks like from the block. But what does the JVZ stand for? I assume it's your initials, right? Is your last name, does it start with a Z? Because my last name starts with a Z. It's pretty unusual. Alright, I think I've caught up on chat, so let me get back to this. So I'm really liking how that star fade pattern is going. I don't even know if I'll use this logo on there. Yeah, I probably will. I might shrink it down. I might kind of customize it a little bit. Because you kind of got to have that on there. This car is so iconic. If you don't have that on there, people are going to question you. It's a long story. Okay. Oh, military nickname? Okay. I get it. You don't want to know what my military nickname was. Shit. How do I say this? I was known for banging the barracks rats. And half the time I was drunk enough to where I didn't even bother putting on a helmet and going into battle. So a bunch of the guys in the barracks started calling me Raw Dog, and that became my my army name was Raw Dog. So yeah, there's that. So anyway, okay, I've already got the yellow icon done, so we can delete that from this one. I know that this is going to fit on the side of the car, so I can delete this side of the car. And really now all I got to do is shrink down the canvas to this, because this is going to be my side pattern, wrap, whatever you want to call it. First of all, let me group all these. Group. Did it do it? Yeah, okay. So now I just need to see if this is going to meet the size requirements. It's probably not. It's fucking Gran Turismo. Or PD, I should say. But let's just see. Let's save it. And let's go to our files. Refresh. I think I just called it Subaru Impreza, right? Where is that? Subaru. Where's Subaru? Can I spell? Right here. Yeah, it's fucking huge. 104. Okay, so one thing I can try that sometimes helps and sometimes doesn't. GT Jesse swears by it, but I have not seen it actually help. But I'm going to try it. Copy. Because we've done so much work in this canvas. We've had multiple imports of images, multiple different decals and sections and everything. So I'm just going to create a new file, copy this into there, nice and clean, Some say that it works and it shrinks it down. I haven't seen it. We'll give it a try. So let's paste it in. Let's change our canvas. And then let's close out this other one. And then let's save as. And then we want to overwrite the previous one. So let's go down here to Subaru Impreza, save, replace, and let's see if it shrank the file at all. I think it made it bigger. I think it was 104 before that, if I remember. Or no, it was like 110. 110, let's see, it might have shrank it. All right, so we're going to have to split this up. Not a problem. So let's do this. Because even if I try to condense it, it's too big to condense in SVG, oh my god. So let me just show you what that is. So over here, there's this free web app, I guess you could call it. Let me see. Bro, that's got to catch on. That's got to catch on. Also have been called Extension Man. I'm only calling you Raw Dog. That's fine. It's better than Ban Con, I guess. Con, Rati is here. You meant you were known for killing the rats. Yeah, I was slaying the rats, the barrack rats, and they weren't. Let's just face it, they were not always the best looking rats in the sewer. Army barracks rats are typically not very good looking. But when you're 24 fucking Bud Lights deep and a pitcher of sake deep, or not sake, soju, yeah, things tend to get skewed. I heard it all. Yeah, can't control it. Yeah, or change the past. She knows everything about my past. I'm an open book, so it is what it is. He was a male gigolo. No, a gigolo gets paid. I didn't get paid for shit. Oh my god, you're digging a hole in the back. Anyway, so back to SVG, oh my god, or SVG OMG. It's a free web app. You just go to the website. It opens up to this, and you can drag and drop SVGs in here, and I'll show you, because I'm going to have to definitely shrink this down even after splitting it. So let's go ahead and try to split it. Probably in 3 sections, since it's over 100 kilobytes. I'm probably going to need to do like a section here, a section in the middle, and a section at the end. And hopefully that will get it down to... And then I'll have to compress each one of those. So it'll be 3 separate files, 3 separate compressions. So let's go over here and ungroup. And it's going to split everything up again. And then we're just going to take... I don't know, it looks like about a third, right? Let's go like right there. Okay. And let's copy that. Let's open new. Let's paste it in here. Let's shrink it down to size. Regroup it all. And let's save as. We'll call it custom Subaru part 1. Because this is going to be multiple parts. Let's save it, and then let's go look and see how big it is, just out of curiosity. It's going to be up in the C section, custom Subaru. Oh, shit. 11 kilobytes. We don't even have to compress it. Perfect. All right, that's good. So that one's done. We can close that out. And then now I've got to make sure that I get the rest of this. So I think what I'm going to do is delete what I've got highlighted there, just so I know. Okay. And then let's grab, I don't know, about that much. Yeah. Let's copy. Open new. And let's paste it. Shrink down the canvas. Khan said to me today in the stream he doesn't know what it's like to sleep. Yeah. I don't know what the hell it's like to sleep in a bed alone. Rati never, ever, 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 ever sleeps on the couch. That woman sleeps in that bed every fucking night, no matter what. I'm the only one that gets drunk and sleeps on the couch occasionally. It's a lot more rare lately. Khan was the Miss Piggy Slayer. Yeah, I was, dude. Yeah. No, I would be torturing myself. I don't have a lot of rules But one of them is coming to bed every night. Yeah. I don't always make it to bed, but she does. Portal, what is up? When did you sneak in here? What's going on, man? Portal corner in the house. Hold on, can we start from the top? I have my notebook down. Yeah, you missed a lot. You might have to go rewind and watch the beginning part. There was a lot of cool tips that you can do in Inkscape. What's going on, Colin and LBB? Yeah, LBB crew. The whole LBB crew up in here. Not all of them, but some of them. Oh my god, I love when my girl falls asleep on the couch. I always try to wake her up. Bullshit. Bullshit. I'm calling bullshit. I can't wait to talk to Trisha. I can't wait till you're streaming again. And then Trisha goes and grabs the mic and the headset. I'm going to be like, Trish, he was talking shit. I end up doing 360s sleeping in bed alone. Like a fucking dog. My dog does 360s. AKG, my guy, how are you? Lord Corner. He's a lord. Holder of the keys of darkness and portals. Holder of the keys to all the portals. What the fuck, Con? Ban Con, you motherfucker. Rusty Illusionist Master Battle Cat Warrior. Alright, anyway, what was I doing? Okay, so this is the second part. I've already reduced it down. I need to save it as part 2. So let's go up here. It's called Custom something or other. Where was it? Custom Subaru. And let's just change it to part 2. I have a feeling this is going to be bigger because there's more, even though it's the same size overall, there's a lot more pieces to the puzzle in there. There's a lot more stars, so that means a lot more nodes. So I have a feeling this is going to be way bigger than 15 kilobytes. Hopefully it's not bigger than about 30 or 40, hopefully. Let's see. Come on, fingers crossed, fingers crossed. Refresh. It's 26. Okay, I can deal with that. I can compress that down. That's not a problem without losing too much quality of the image. So the last one, let's see what we can do. All right, so I will close the part 2. Let's go back to the main one. Let's delete what we have highlighted. And now hopefully the rest of this will fit into one. And let's just create a new one. As long as it's no bigger than, I don't know, 40 something, I can work with that. Okay, reduce canvas, save as, and we're going to call it Custom Subaru Part 3. Fingers crossed. Let's not be too extravagant with the kilobytes here. Refresh. Ooh, fuck, man, 68. Oh. That means I've got to reduce it by more than 4 times. That's where it starts to get hairy. I can try it. But I might have to split that one into 2. I really don't want to. 3 is enough. If I have to, though, I will. But let's see what we're working with here. So I'll keep the main one open just in case I have to split it. I will close part 3 because I need to upload it. So let's go, first let's do part 1. Well, I don't need to because that's already small enough. Let's do part 2. This is going to be an easy one. Let's go over to our SVG OMG, drop it in there. And so this gives you 50 million parameters that you can play with in order to reduce the size of the SVG. I've played with 90% of them, and I don't understand 89% of them. So I stopped fucking with all of these toggles because it didn't seem to help. It just fucked up the image. It didn't make it smaller. In some cases, it made it bigger. In some cases, it made it disappear. So the only things I play with that seem to do anything at all are number of precisions and transform precision. Transform precision doesn't seem to change the size, but it does seem to fuck it up sometimes and create artifacts, so I tend to leave it in the middle if I can. This one was only 26 kilobytes. I need to get down to 15, which is less than half. So as long as I'm anywhere near 50%, that should get me down to 15 kilobytes. So I'm going to leave it at 2. And let's see. Let me go to download. Where did it go? It's not in download. Refresh. There it is. Okay, so that brought it down to 9. So now what I like to do after I've done the compression and it's downloaded it, before I put it into my library and overwrite the previous one, I like to look at it and make sure there's nothing crazy, first of all, in Inkscape that is completely obvious. So it looks pretty good. I don't see anything crazy standing out. Everything looks to be in tip-top shape. So that's not the only check I do, though. So I'm going to close that. Before I overwrite my main file in my Gran Turismo folder, I am going to clear that first of all. I'm going to upload it to Gran Turismo. Okay. So let's grab it from the download section. Let's go and upload. And this is where you really check for corruption on the, like, any kind of artifacts, things that stick out and look weird. So now let me swap over. Hold on, so you guys can see what I'm doing. So let me go to the stream. Let's go. Which one is it? I think it's just live. So let's go live. Okay. So now you can see. Oh shit! Hold on. I need to change my lights so you guys can see my face better. Forgot to do that. Let's just do that real quick. Office lights, warm white. Boom. Okay, better. All right, now let me catch up on chat real quick. Can't wait for Sir tonight. So ready to put some rubber down. Is that that's a late night? Is it, what time does Sir start? Because I've got demo derby in QC's lobby that I do every Friday night religiously. Love it. It's so much freaking fun, dude. If you haven't done it, you got to do it. It's fucking awesome. Okay, as long as you have permission to rubber down. Whoa, yeah. What are we talking about here with the rubber? Jeez. Jeez. Louise. That's a damn good Moscow Mule. Lurking in the background. Noob, what is up? Noob in the house. Good to see you, brother. How hard is it to transfer pics and lettering to SVG? It depends, dude. It depends on the font. Some fonts that have a lot of like black lettering would be a fucking nightmare. It's anytime there's a curve. Straight lines are not a problem because the way that SVGs work is if you have a straight line, it just creates two nodes. What's the fastest way to get anywhere is a straight line, right? And literally a line, if you go back to geometry, is just 2 points. So each point is a node. With a curve, in order to make a curve, especially if it's like an S curve or like something that makes multiple curves or changes the degree of the curve, mid curve, you know, to where it's like a double apex type curve. If you get what I'm saying, any kind of lettering like that will have crazy amounts of nodes. It will make it super large because everywhere there's a node, that adds data to the file. So the long story short, it just depends on the font. I have a font called ROG font that is native to Inkscape that I like to use to create like logos. In fact, Rusty Shotgun, the delivery I just did for him on the Audi, I used ROG font because it's kind of boxy, it's kind of digital looking, kind of computer code kind of font, and I can literally write an entire paragraph and still be under 15 kilobytes because there's just not a whole lot of nodes in that font. So long story short, it depends. It's a pain in the ass to work with anything that goes into Gran Turismo 7 because of the size limit. Feels like I'm taking an online class right now. Yeah. Take notes, honey, because I might need you to start doing this for me. You can quit your job and do this during the day, and then I can come home and you can have all my decals ready and I can just make liveries. Always miss QC2P, yeah, because of Sir, yeah. Usually run from 10. Okay, that's when Demo Derby starts is 10, so until 12:30. That's kind of when Demo Derby pretty much ends, a little bit before 12:30. Probably around midnight or 11:45. Forza Canada, what is up, man? We're just having a decal making lesson here. So get out your pen and pad and no cheating off of your fellow student neighbor next to you. There's going to be a quiz at the end of this. I was going to join QC2P tonight, but got sidetracked. Dude, I was going to come home and do this stream as fast as I could before QC2P started his stream, because he usually starts at around like 6:37, I think. I got home, and this man was like posting in the Discords at like 4:54, stream starting. I'm like, well, I guess I'm just going to have to be on top of him. No Diddy. No Diddy. No fucking Diddy on that. No Diddy. Con is a boss now. Go make lines. Conrati is hilarious. She's definitely from the top. Ain't nobody got time for that. All right, so I'm caught up on chat. Y'all are fast. So now I hope you guys can see my Gran Turismo game. It looks like it's working on Streamlabs. So I've uploaded the decal. Let me just go reset. There it is. So now I'm just going to go in here and look real close for any. Usually, if there's a kind of a glitch or an artifact or an error in the decal, you'll see a straight line just shooting out at a random angle. And I'm not seeing that. It looks really good to me. So that one is good to go. So now that I know I'm good with that, and that's part 2, I can upload part 1 because I didn't have to compress it at all. So let's go back to Streamlabs and switch back to desktop view. Bada boom, bada bing. And let's go back to here. And now that I know that's good, also, I can go ahead and overwrite my master image here in my Gran Turismo decals file library thingamabobber. Okay. I know 1 is good because it's already less than 15, so let's go back to our decal uploader. Let's upload that. And then let's go Streamlabs, switch to, where's it at, 5. And now let's go over here. You just have to like click on something else to refresh it. I don't think there's like a refresh button that I know of, so I always just go like erase photos and go back. And then boom, there's part 1. Looks crisp, looks good, I like it. This is gonna be fucking awesome. I can't wait to do this livery, dude. Oh man. This is going to take a while. This might take multiple days because I want to spend time on it. Okay, so now let's go back to the 3rd one. We're going to have to compress the shit out of this one. If not, we'll have to split it. So let me go back to desktop view. Got to clock out and rock out. I'll try and catch up when I get home. All right, man. Have a safe trip back home. All right. Ban QC. Ban QC. Same thing as last week. QC beat you. Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude. QC's been trying to stream earlier and earlier. He's been trying to have longer stream sessions. I think because he's really trying to get these subs, his sub count up. I think he's at like 600 something, almost 700. He wants to get that 1,000 so he can get the 2nd level of monetization. I don't blame him. Shit. Slipstream, my guy. How are you, legend? Let's see. Oh, Peaches. TC Rust TC. Rust TC. Okay. Caught up. All right. So we're back in Streamlabs, or back in desktop mode. Now we need to go here. We need to take part 3. Let's see what we can do with it in the SVG. Oh my God, I think I'm gonna have to cut it in half, but let's give it a shot. We'll give it the old college try. So 61% of 60-something kilobytes is clearly not 15. It's not even close. I can reduce my transform precision. I don't think that's gonna change. Multipass makes it worse when you turn it off. Prettify doesn't do anything. Yeah, I can go down to 1 precision. That may get us there. I doubt it. Let's see. Download. Refresh. Okay, we're down to the size that we need, but let's open it up and see if it looks like shit. I bet you it looks like shit. Because usually when you do 1 precision, you don't... Yeah, see. See, look at the stars. That's what happens when you do 1 level of precision on your compression. It does this. And that looks like ass. It's not going to be that noticeable, like, because in reality these stars are going to be super tiny on the car, but the bigger ones look like shit too. So let's just go ahead and cut it in half. So let's close that. Let's delete the downloaded one from the compression. And let's go back into the original, and this is why I kept this open here. And let me clear this out. Just refresh. So it's not that big a deal. We'll just cut it in half. So let's take this half right here and copy, and let's go new. Where's that? New. And let's paste it. Reduce our canvas. Save as. And now we can just overwrite the previous custom part 3, since we're going to have 4 parts anyways. So let's overwrite that, replace, and let's see how big it is. And that's what you said. Which is over here. Refresh. Part 3 is 19 kilobytes. That's going to be super easy to reduce. Not a problem. So let's go ahead and delete that from the master here. And all the rest of this is going to be the last remaining part of the decal. Let's go to open new. Paste it in. Reduce size of canvas. What happened there? Something blinked. I didn't like it. I didn't like how it blinked. Okay. It's weird. Maybe because the image is so small. Alright, save as. We're going to call this part 4. Part 4. Save. And let's go take a look at the size of it. Close without saving. Part 4 is 50. But those, okay, so those are the small stars. They're so tiny, you're not even going to notice that there's a little bit of imperfections in the stars because they're going to be so damn small. So even if we have to go one precision, it is what it is. It's not going to be a big deal. All right, but let's work on part 3. Let me catch up with chat here. Showtime and Peaches. Oh shit, Legends. Legends have entered the building. Con, you made it if you get them in the same time. No Diddy. Showtime and Peaches. I don't know who those nicknames belong to. Showtime and Peaches. You gotta clue me in on that. Who do those nicknames belong to? What is that? Is that Forza and Bobby? Is that Portal and Noob? Like, I don't know who. Portal and Rusty, maybe. All right, so part 3. Let's upload it into SVG. Oh my god, we just need to knock off a tiny little bit. 4 kilobytes. That's nothing. So let's just keep the precisions up. Let's keep the transform precision up. And yeah, 80-something%. We should be easily good to go there. Let's go to the downloads. Refresh. 10 kilobytes. All right, let's open it up. Make sure it looks good. Looks good to me. Can't complain. Good enough for the girl I go with. Close that out. Let's upload it to, before I overwrite the other one, let's upload it to Gran Turismo. And then let's swap over to the regular live. And let's go check it out. Okay, here's part 3. I don't see any sharp lines coming off in random angles. It looks pretty clean. Think we're good to go there. Okay, looks good. Now let's go back to Streamlabs, go back to desktop. Excuse me. Let's go back over here and clear this. And let's override our part 3 here. Yes. And now we just need to take the 4th part. And we need to condense it down. Bro, this livery stuff is so addicting. Yeah, it's man, I've learned so much over the past, how long have I been playing this game? 2 years? Has it been that long? I've learned so freaking much, man. You should see some of go into my gallery. I haven't deleted them. Go into my gallery and look at some of the first liveries I ever did. Some of them are not bad because I spent a lot of time doing replicas, like for the Castrol Tom Supra. I think I did a really good job on that one. And then I did a freaking Calsonic Nissan Skyline, the blue with the orange. And I looked at so many pictures on the internet to figure out where every decal exactly needed to be placed. So those are good. But some of my earlier liveries that weren't replicas looked like absolute AKG style liveries. Like a kid with a sticker book slapping shit on somewhere. I plugged you in the live last night, said it's... Why can I not see? The stupid heart emblem keeps covering the last letter. I think it says ASMR. Plugged you in and said it's ASMR for race car drive. Yeah. Hey, livery symbol. D Bagel. What is up, D Bagel? He's another one of the AKG regulars. The little body bitch crew in the house, man. LBB crew. I love it. All right, so let's take this fourth part and let's condense it down. It's 50 kilobytes. I need to get down to 15. What is the percent reduction of that? I shouldn't be mathing in public. Well, if it was 25 kilobytes, that would be a reduction of 50%. So I need to go further than that. So I need to go like down to 40-ish %. So let's go down to 2. Let's see what that does. That's not going to get us there. 35% might be it. Let's see. Downloads. 6 kilobytes. Ooh. Maybe I can go more precisions than that, because that's pretty small. I still got 9 more kilobytes there I could work with. So let's go back up to 2. Let's see what that looks like. 12. Okay. Yeah, so 2 precisions. Number of precisions. I like it. Let's see what it looks like. Okay, an Inkscape. It looks pretty fucking good, honestly. I don't see any imperfections. All the stars look pretty good. I think we're good. Let me upload before I override. Always upload before you override, because you don't want to lose your original if you have to go back and fix it. So upload. Now let's go switch back over to live. All right, and let's see what it looks like. Oh yeah, there we go. It feels good when shit just works. Like, there's been so many times when I've tried to make decals, and no matter how hard I try, it just doesn't fucking work. And dude, it's like the QC's 24 hours of sim racing for blood cancers. That logo, holy hell! I can totally see why the guy that did it for him last year kind of just gave up and just did kind of a hollow logo with all wrong colors and stuff. Because that guy probably dealt with the same pain in the ass that I dealt with. It was fucking insane. That logo, for some reason, was so hard to do. I had to do it in like 4 layers, I believe. Because it was just painful. Super painful. I went in and deleted so many nodes one by one manually. That logo took me like fucking 4 hours. It was crazy. For one decal. Jesus, you're still working on those stars? For fuck's sake. Fucking LG. Somebody time out LG. Oh shit, I guess you guys can't because he's a moderator. I can time his ass out. Fucking ban LG. Ban LG. Alright, so we're good. We got all 4. And you know what? I'm not going to share them. I'm not going to make them public until after I've completed delivery. Because like I said, I want AKG's livery to be the first one that these decals are used on. So now I need to upload the original logo. So let me go switch back over to desktop. And I don't need this anymore. Let's go back to my, let me override this part 4 logo, boom, or decal. Okay, and now the other one, what did I call it? I called it Impreza something. Should have kept a similar naming convention. Impreza side logo, that's what it was. Let's upload that bad boy. And yeah, upload. Okay. Let's double check it, make sure we're good to go. I'm on fire. I'm on fire. Honestly, that was a really simple one to do, LG. That I'm on fire one, I did have to like, there was a lot more to that logo. Like, see how the fire comes off the top of the part where it says I'm on both part 1 and part 2? There was actually a lot more fire than that in the original logo that AI created. They had fire on the sides, they had steam coming off the sides. There was even a little flame coming right up the middle between I'm and on. But no matter how hard I tried, I could not reduce the file size enough without compressing it to the point where it just looked like shit. So I decided to delete the flames that were on the sides. I think it still turned out pretty good anyways, even without those. In fact, here, you can see on the negative. See this one? This is what it originally looked like. So see how there's that little steam in the middle between I'm and on? There's the flames on the right and left sides. I had to start kind of deleting some of those things in order to get these two down to the right size. The negative was fine for some reason. I don't know why the negative didn't give me any problems, but it is what it is. Anyway, so here's the logo, Impreza side logo. Okay. And now you may be asking why are there 2 lines vertically? Those are the lines of the door frame. So I left those there because it's not going to matter much. When you put that on, it's just going to line up with the door frame there, which is a natural separation of the logo anyways. So that's why I didn't bother trying to fix those. I can if I need to later on, but I think it looks good. There's no crazy diagonal line artifacts coming off of it. It's going to be totally usable, and I'm excited about this livery. This is going to be kick-ass. Was going to ask if there was a fast forward button like a even my own family, my own wife, my own love giving me shit. Alright, so I'm done with the decal making process, so I don't need to go back to that on the computer. So I'm going to close out this browser, close out this right here, all these open files, Inkscape, yada yada yada. Just get it to where Streamlabs only. Okay. So we're only on Streamlabs. Good. This probably move this down. There was a reason why I left it high. Oh, I think I was trying not to cover the, if I'm racing, I was trying not to cover the tire gauge or the moisture gauge. I might have to still resize this, but we'll figure that out later. So, now that I've got that done, oh, let me turn around in my rig. Oh, fuck. Breaking my damn back being turned sideways like that. Okay. And let me adjust my microphone again. There we go. Okay. And let's get to it. 8:30. I'm not going to spend a ton of time on it tonight, but I do want to just play with these decals on the car and see if they line up correctly, see how they look. I won't get into too much detail tonight. This will be a multi-day livery. LG knows I spend shit tons of time on each livery, man. I just like it. I don't know why. All right. You guys can still see everything, correct? You can see... Can you hear? That's the better thing. Can you hear the game audio? Is the game audio loud enough, or is it too loud? I love this stuff. I worked in graphics design, ad copy world before I got into IT. I need to learn how all this works. Yeah, man. Dude, this would be so much easier if there wasn't the size restriction. Hopefully in Gran Turismo 8, even if they just up it by like, fuck, man, give me 50 kilobyte. 50 kilobyte size would be 100 times better. But ideally, it would be nice to be able to have like a friggin' 200 or 300 kilobyte file size upload for decals would be epic. Then, dude, you could really see some good decals, man. I'm talking about crazy 3D effects with gradients, like realistic looking photos of actual people and shit instead of having to layer 50 different decals just to get a cartoonish looking grainy photo of something. Like 300 kilobytes you could do a lot with, and hopefully they do that in Gran Turismo 8, especially if they do it on PS6. PS6, bro, there should be no damn issue with that. The limit's 15 kilobytes. When's the last time you dealt with a file size, any type of file, 15 kilobytes? Bro, when AOL was out in 1995, when I had my compact Presario, fucking JPEGs were bigger than 15 kilobytes, I think. Like, 15 kilobytes is nothing. That's nothing. The BandCon stickers would be epic. The amount of shit you could do. Yeah. Hey, I've been doing good with the layers. Takes time. Yeah. Layering is it's definitely, it takes time to learn it, but it's fun, man. Once you get into layering, dude, especially with the fades and the gradients, dude, yeah. All right, so let's go in here and create a livery. And let's just go ahead and call it, let's call it AKG5. No, you know what? You know what I'm going to call it? I'm going to call it Muddy Buddy. AKG5 Muddy Buddy. That's what we're calling it. AKG will definitely love that name. Oh, dude, I could even... That AI Muddy Buddy's emblem that I made, I'm going to make that a decal. Have a look at the one I just did. Gr.B. Oh, Gr.B. On this one? You did it on the Impreza 98? You did a livery for this? Where's my drink? Oh, shit. By the way, I don't know if you guys have noticed. Let me just show you. My new setup. I got some new toys. Let me grab this damn cable. It's caught on something. So this is my view now. Now I have a fucking tablet right next to the screen with the chat. It was a $200 special on Amazon. A Lenovo M11 11-inch tablet. 256 gigs of memory, which is shocking, and 8 gigs of RAM. So far, it's fucking pretty badass for $200. You can't beat it. But now, I don't have to look all the way over here to see the chat on this tiny little fucking thing, on this thin little strip right next to the Streamlabs. Now, it's just right there next to the TV, in my face. No Diddy. So, game changer. Absolute freaking game changer. Huge. So we go this way with it, so this way. Sorry. Adjusting the camera and shite. Tedious, yes. Have a look at the one, yeah, I saw that. DB, BandCon. No, the other one from the dealership. Oh, the, what is it? Is it the WRX? I think is it a WRX? Subaru? Yeah, I think it's WRX. Anyway, let's paint. And let's go special. I kind of want to try the color shift. And I want something with red. I don't know if I want red, orange, yellow. Actually, that might be good. Red, orange, yellow. I don't want any green in it. And I really don't want any blue in it either. Red, orange, yellow might not be bad. Let's see what else they got, though. I don't want that blue. I don't want pink. That's purple, orange, yellow. Not feeling that. Red, green. No, that's ugly. Ooh, there's also these like pearl ones. Kind of a pearlish effect. There's red, white. Ooh. What is this? Nope, don't like that. Oh, let's just try this first one. We can always change it later. Okay. So now I'll just leave the wheels alone for now. Let's, how do I want to do this? You almost need a negative. Actually, yeah, you almost need a negative for this. Do I need a negative? I think I do. I don't want to do a negative. Let's just see what we can do here. Without a negative. Let's just maximize this. And let's increase our limit angle, depth, and kind of want to make it black or maybe gray. Yeah, let's do gray. Yeah. And then same thing for the hood. And let's make it the same color gray. And let's do all the other parts, I guess, too, because we can always do the opacity settings. The rear view mirrors. Why did it didn't change them on the color shift? That's weird. But whatever, we'll just leave that. Rear wing. Slippy slip. Alright, color gray. I won't mess with the windows right now. I like, though, that the roll cage gets changed to the color of the car. That's fucking awesome. Other, that's like these mud flaps. And the license plate, which I'm going to cover over that anyways. So really I just need to cover this. Okay. Let's go back up here. And let's take this guy and add opacity. So we can get, ooh. It didn't even take much, 6%, and it's already starting to shine through pretty good. That's kind of wild, man. I wonder how that looks in like daylight. Let's see. Go to preview. Wow. Kind of looks, I don't know, man. It's like, it gives it like an olive drab green color to it. What in the world? Huh. Maybe it's because I chose gray. Got a bunch of meatloaf causing me to lurk at the moment. A bunch of meatloaf. Code word meatloaf. Well, I'm not feeling what that did to it. Maybe it's because I got it gray. Let's try a different color and see if it makes it better. I don't know. Let's go with black and see what black looks like. I mean, that's better. It's still giving kind of a yellowish, greenish tinge to it. It's not terrible, though. Let's see what white looks like. Almost nothing. Kind of a pearl effect. Interesting. I've never done this technique before, so this is a learning experience for me. Maybe I need to just see what the carbon twill looks like. What else? Or I could try the other, what was it? Red and white, I think. Color shift. I think it was red and white. Ooh, now, okay. Now we're talking. Now, okay. Okay. I'm liking that. So... And I'm on black right now. Let's see what the gray looked like. It's a little too light. I'm not liking the gray. So black is definitely it. And let me mess with the opacity again. Maybe go up a bit so it's darker. I want it to be dark. Okay. Now we're talking. Now we're getting somewhere. This is what I was kind of going for. A very, very dark red mixed in with like a grayish black. That's what I want. I can maybe even go 92. We'll see what that looks like in the sunlight. Yeah, I think I need to go darker, so maybe 94, 95. Let's, yeah, 95. I like that. Okay. So now all I gotta do is the same thing on the other ones. Let's go black. Opacity, 95. Rear wing, black. Oops. Opacity, 95. And other. Black. Opacity, 95. Change color to blue. I don't want to do blue though, because like, I get it. Blue is like the iconic Subaru Impreza like color. I'm trying to do, because AK likes red, gray, black, that kind of shit. So I'm trying to do it in his favorite colors. I mean, I could see what blue looks like. It might look pretty cool. But I really am trying to not. I'm trying to just, I don't know. Let's see what it looks like. I won't shut it down. I won't completely shut it down until I've looked at it. Everything deserves an option, right? A chance. So you're saying like one of these ones that has the 3 colors in it for blue? We still in livery class? AKG, can you get the whole lobby to run this livery in the next hour? We graduated from Livery 101 to Livery 102. Oh, we graduated from Decal one. Well, honestly, that was an advanced Decal class. That was more of a Decal 1105. But we've graduated from that, and now we're in Livery, I don't know, 1055. I'm trying to remember all my math classes from community college. I think pre-algebra was 1055 or 1030 or something. And college algebra was like 1105 or something. Oh, the sticker color. So you're saying against the red color shift, do a blue decal with the transparency on this red and white color shift? I could try it. 10-4 bank on. AP decals. There you go. So, okay, let's see what the blue looks like. Like a dark blue, right? I assume you mean dark blue. So like this guy right here. Whoop, whoop, whoop. See, it just makes purple, because blue and red makes purple, and I don't like the purple. I don't want purple on this car. My boy Fast on Paper does mine. He's got the vision and the artistic talent, but he needs someone to teach him. Oh, I can't read that word because of stupid heart. Stop covering it with the heart. Oh, maybe if I click on this, it'll move it to where I can see it. Nope, it doesn't. It hates me. That's annoying. Even when I click on the emoji thing, it doesn't show it to me. YouTube, get your shite together. I need somebody to type a message so I can see that word. My boy has something to do. He needs someone to teach him SO something of the tips, some of the tips and tricks of the GT7 interface. There it is, dude. You know the little fucking icon on the right where you can kind of just spam like hearts and shit, and of course mine's not working. I'm spamming it and nothing's showing up. That thing is blocking some of the messages on the far right side. Phil and Ozzy have great training vids. Yeah, dude, there's a ton of good YouTube videos out there. But yeah, LG, if this is what you meant, it is a cool effect, and I would do it for another livery because it does kind of add a crazy pearl, red, purple effect, blue effect. But that's not what I'm going for on this livery, so I don't want to use blue. I want to use black. I like black because it gives me this dark red, gray kind of pearl effect that I'm going for. So I think I'm going to stick with that. Yeah. Over right. Okay. The whole point of this is because I wanted to see what these decals were going to look like. So, yeah, honestly, I'm kind of curious if I go... No, not feeling that. Let's keep it glossy, yeah. So now I just need to go to my items. And let's get this one lined up first. And you see what I mean by these lines in the middle of the decal here? Those are going to line up with this door, the edge of the door, basically. So like right about there. And honestly, this part lines up where I got rid of the fisheye. So I think I did a pretty damn good job. My God, that worked out. That's the first time I've ever done that, by the way. That is the first time I've taken a screenshot of the side of a car, imported it into Inkscape, and pulled a decal off of it. And it worked phenomenally. Like, look at how good that looks. That is fucking insane. Okay, so I like that a lot. Don't like the color. I don't want this to be the typical Subaru color. So I think I'm going to go with a black there for now. Duplicate. And then on the top layer, let's go with... Let's see what like a good red looks like. A vibrant red. That's a little too red. Okay, let's see what that looks like. So let's move this up. And then let's take this guy and move it down a little bit. Just to create some depth. There we go. I'm not 100% convinced of that red color. Might need to do something different. Okay. I kind of like the gray. Okay, now let's play with these stars. Add a layer below. Part 1, where's it at? So part 1 is going to be right there. It literally just pasted right into where I wanted it. I don't even have to move it. And what color do I want these stars to be? That's the question. Rusty Shotgun, I'll link them in Discord, tag them, things. But yeah, dude, Aussie Pug. So, okay, so he gave you the short versions of their name. And if you don't know them already, Phil is TNS_Philness GT. And Aussie is Aussie Pug. And they are both livery masters. And I don't know, I assume Aussie makes his own decals, but I know Philness makes his own decals as well. Let's go with... Should we try the red? I am kind of digging the red. But not a bright one. Let's go with like a dimmer one, like this one. And then let's go and add a layer above. Find part 2. Where's part 2? This guy. Same color. Line it up a little better there. And then a layer above. Part 3. Change color. Wait, How are the part 3 stars bigger than the part 2 stars? Did I get the numbers wrong? Or I just... Oh, I need to reduce the size. I was about to say. What the fuck? Let me hide this for now so I can see what I'm working with. There we go. So I think this was kind of like in here somewhere. And a layer above. Part 4. Part 4 is where it really starts to taper off. But I gotta make it smaller. And change color. Okay. It doesn't go as far as it did on my original, so I need to... I sub to Aussie. I need a link to fill. Yeah, let me get you the link. I can do that. Let's find Philness here. Get out of there. No, don't do that. Go to subs. There we go. Philness, where you at, buddy? TNS Philness, here he is. Share, copy, and go back to this. Ah, you beat me to it, honey. I'm still gonna paste it because I did all the work to get there. Son of a. Anyway, there it is, twice. All right. So I need to make these all bigger. So let me just move that guy out of the way. Let me move this one out of the way. Let me move this one out of the way. And I'm gonna make this one bigger. Okay. And part 3. Okay. Part 4. I think, let's see, it's probably like, there we go. There we go. Okay. And then let's unhide these guys. So we've got our little faded look here, our little disappearing act from the stars, starting down here and going up there. And now one thing I could do to really add to the fade effect is I could go over the top here. Add a layer above. And I could add, let's try this one first. I don't like how it's leaving rings around it. It's probably because of that effect that I'm using with the color change underneath. So I'm not feeling those rings. It's not so bad with just the one, especially if you make it bigger. That's what she said. But I think I need to change the opacity a little bit more just to get rid of some of the rings. I don't need a huge effect. I just need a slight effect. So I think that's good. Let's overwrite just for now. 9 o'clock. I'm running out of time. You're slow. Yes, I am slow. I'm trying to do multitasking here. I'm doing a lot of things at once. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. All right, let's duplicate symmetrically. And let's save. You'll notice I save a million times, dude. I've been burnt. I've done a livery for like 3 hours one time and power went out or lost internet and freaking lost the entire livery. It was heartbreaking. It was really, really bad. Wanted to throw something through a fucking wall. I kind of want to see how this would look with a highlight instead of the black. Like, let's go to one of these bright highlight colors. Ooh. That's not half bad, honestly. Not the green, but what I could do, let's increase that, the saturation, but then let's change the hue. That way it kind of harkens back a little bit to the traditional Subaru. Those rims are not going to stay the same, by the way. So ignore those rims. Okay. I can dig it. I am curious, though, before I go any further, to see... Well, first off, let me change this one to the same color. I am curious to see what the carbon twill would look like. 14 watching, dude. You guys are freaking awesome. I know this is a tedious process, and so like 14 watching is fucking exceptional. It's awesome. Okay. Can't really see the carbon twill, so I would have to reduce my opacity quite a bit in order to see it, but I do kind of like it. Let's see. Carbon twill matte. Let's go. Let's go carbon twill. And let's go to the decal and just decrease opacity a bit. Okay, yeah, this is kind of more the look I was going for instead of the color shift. Not that much. Let's go like, I think 50. Maybe a little higher. 60. Let's see what that looks like in the sun. Okay, need to go a little bit lower. The sun just does a different type of job of reflecting light off of it. I need to go lower with the opacity. So let's leave it on that. And let's go. There we okay. Now you can see how that, like, when I went from 60 to, like, you can see right there underneath the side view mirror. Watch when I go down. No diddy. See how, like, it starts to sheen a lot more? The light starts to stretch out across the body of the car. That's kind of what I'm going for. So we'll go 40. I think 40 is a good number because that gives me a lot of sheen off of the car. Yeah, 40 is good. Okay, so let's go down to 40 here. Use the PZK color shift. It'll give it that oil sheen. That's, what is PZK? Purple something something? PZK color shift. Let me look at that real quick. Get out of there, go to paint. Color shift PZK. You sure it's PZK? Oh, right here. Holy fuck. Jesus. Looks like a unicorn nightmare. Maybe if I change my opacity, though. Let's see what... Holy hell. Honestly, I don't hate it. Like, it wasn't it was not at all what I was going for, but it kind of opens up a new window. Holy shit. I kind of like it, honestly. That is kind of crazy. How the hell? LG and Con, so is QC running the event now? Yeah, he's been, dude, he started streaming at like 4:54 p.m. is when I got the notification. He's doing Group 3 sprint races, you know, with his tire wear. I don't think he does fuel, but tire wear, and I don't think, does he do quali? I don't think he does quali on Group 3. The dark disco ball one, yeah. Also, Con, appreciate you linking the live in the Discord. I believe Dagmar and Fast on Paper told me they lurk and watch as well. Awesome. Dude, that's freaking awesome. Okay, I was lost for a second. Yeah, normally I don't try to step on any other streamer's toes, but we got to the point now where, at least I have, that I have like 15 Discords in my Discord app. And so I have a lot of people that I'm trying to keep up with. I try to watch as many people as I can, even some of the late night ones. I mean, I dedicate a lot of time to just watching other streamers. So I don't get a whole lot of time to stream myself because I'm not trying to step on any toes. I don't want to step in anybody's time slot. You know, everybody has their thing, and I don't want to intrude on that. So I try not to do it. But eventually, I got to stream. You know, I need the watch hours. That's the biggest thing. I'm close to the 1,000 subs, thankfully, from a video of my daughter getting shots 15 years ago, which is crazy. 99% of my subs come from that, and views come from that, and watch hours. Even now, the most watch hours I have is from a video I posted 15 years ago, which is absolutely insane. So, but I need watch hours, and that's why I'm streaming. Really, I have no choice but to step on toes. There's just too many people streaming, and there's no open slots anymore, really. So, but I will join QC's lobby when he does the demo derby in 52 minutes ish. I'm liking this oil sheen. I'm digging this, dude. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this oil sheen. 95% looks pretty good. I'll check it in the daylight. Let's see what it looks like in the daylight with the sunshine. Oh, yeah, dude. That is fucking wicked. Holy shit, dude. Where has this been all my freaking livery life? Look at that. Dude, look at the sheen. Look at the freaking, like, LG. 1 hour to demo derby, yeah. He's cooking. Rowicki, dude, I was literally staring at the chat right when you popped in. What's going on? Rowicki, the R-O-dub Icky, the fastest man alive. You guy's fucking crazy fast. He's one of these aliens. I'm liking the sheen. We're keeping the sheen. We're going with the sheen. The sheen is fucking. I'm feeling it, dude. LG, thanks for the recommendation. I love it. I love how that looks. It's fucking crazy. I need to change all these back to 95%. There we go. 95. Rear wing. What did I have that at? I already had it. Perfect. Don't even have to change it. I think I probably had this one at the same thing. 95. Yep, we're good. Save. Dude. That look is fucking amazing. Okay. I feel like the red stars need a little more depth. I don't know how or what, but they need a little more depth. And by depth, I mean like they're just plain 2D images. I like this, how it's got the the highlighted yellow gives it a 3D effect, but these need something similar. So I'm going to duplicate this. I'm going to go underneath here, change the color of the bottom one to, it can't be that same highlighter yellow, but maybe like a gray or something to make it stand out. Just, it doesn't have to be super bold. Maybe even just a darker red. What do we have here for darker reds? Let's try this one. And now all I'm going to do is just shift it, the image, over a little bit to the left and up. It's not making it stand out like I want it to, so that's not the right color. I kind of do like how that freaking... I kind of do like how that looks. Maybe I do need to do that. But then I need to change the color of that one to something else. But I'm kind of liking this. So let's go just a slight bit over. Doesn't need to be a lot. It just needs to make it pop. Okay, so let's duplicate symmetrically there. Let's go to this guy. Let's duplicate. And then let's just move it a hair to the left and up a little notch. Kind of liking this. And this is what I'm saying. Like a lot of times you start a livery with an idea, and by the time you're done with the livery, it doesn't look anything like what your idea was in your head. Con and LG, please, or anyone, please post your liveries under the Night Owls Discord. Oh yeah. Wait, there's a Night Owls Discord? Dude, invite me to the Night Owls Discord. I don't think I'm in that one. I'm in a fuckload of Discords. I got like... I lost count. I think JVZ was the last one I added. But yeah, if there's a Night Owls Discord, invite me or send me a DM or a link that I can click on to join it or something. Because yeah, I will definitely post my liveries in the Night Owls Discord. I've got skills and shit. Dude, and great minds think alike. This is why I love having LG, Rusty, Philness, anybody that does liveries. That's why I love having people like that in the chat, because I'll be doing something and I'll kind of reach like a writer's block. And then I just look at the chat and somebody's got a suggestion and I try it and it's like, boom. Like Rusty the other day when I was doing, I forget what I was doing. I was doing a livery for somebody. And Rusty was like, try this and try that. And I tried it and I was like, bro, thank you so much. That changed the entire thing. Like, it made everything better. Oh, it was Nate's. It was Upstate Nate's livery when I was doing the polka dots. And I was getting writer's block. And I was like, why does this look like a clown car? This is not going how I want it to. And I was like, I got to do something with these fucking polka dot balls. And Rusty was like, dude, play with the opacity on them. And I did that, and then all of a sudden the balls didn't, they stopped being polka dot balls, and they became blended, like scales almost, or color mutations blending into each other, and it just changed the whole fucking livery, dude. That one comment right there was mint. And that's why I like having livery makers in the chat, man. Because they see something I don't see, and boom. Boom. Where am I at? This one, right? Let me catch up with chat. Wikipedia Speed Force Professor. If you haven't hit that like button. Yeah, sorry. I got to do a better job of that. If you're liking what you see, hit that like button. It costs you nothing. It doesn't really change the algorithm. It's not like if you hit the like button on somebody's Gran Turismo livery stream, it's not like your whole YouTube feed is just going to be Gran Turismo liveries. So it doesn't hurt you. It doesn't cost you. Hit that like button if you like what you see. Even if you're just kind of neutral, still hit the like button. If you don't like what you see, then yeah, don't hit the like button. But don't hit the down like button. And if you haven't subbed and you want to see more of this type of stuff, hit the sub. I also do some races, although I suck, so I don't do as many races as I do liveries. Yeah. I got to duplicate. Duplicate, go underneath, change the color. Boom. Okay. Now let's go over, up, and to the left, just a hair. Make it pop. Not too much though. There. Yeah, okay, I'm liking that. Duplicate to the other side. And then let's go up to the last one. Duplicate, color, zoom in, move to the left, up. Oh, too much. There we go. Duplicate to the other side. Okay, save. Ultimate. Dude, ultimate. Oh, and Carl. Shit, ultimate and Carl popped in at the same time. Hold on, wait a minute. Oh, wait. Sorry, Kiwi's not here. I just want to piss off Kiwi. But nah, dude, ultimate. Sorry, man. I usually tap into your streams daily, at least at some point during the day. I didn't get a chance to do it today because Greasy was streaming the Friday Fun Factory, AKG was streaming. I was at work, so yeah, I didn't get a chance, man. But I usually like to pop into the Ultimates. Every time I pop into an Ultimate stream, the dude's eating food. Guy eats more food than anybody I know, and he's still like 185 pounds, if that. Soaking wet. I knew I'd find portals here. Everyone awesome Friday night. Colin, appreciate you, my guy. Yeah, dude. Portal. You as well. Enjoy the Sir races. Relax. Yep. 24-hour ultimate legend of legends. Have you tried the time trial in the weekly? No, I have not. It's fun, but feels like the car's on ice. Yeah, I haven't done any of the weekly challenges or the 2 new time trials that we have. I need to do that shit. I'll probably do that on stream at some point, maybe tomorrow or something. Because we don't have any league races tomorrow, no endurance races, no Greasy 100, no none of that stuff. So maybe tomorrow I'll do that stuff and stream it. I don't know. We'll see. Bro, no need to apologize, homie. I know, man, but I try, dude. I try to spread the love as much as possible. But when Greasy and AKG are on, I just have to. My laptop at work can only handle 2 streams at a time. If I try to pull up a third one, it'll just crash. It barely handles 2. When I type a message, when I have 2 streams up on my work laptop, I'll hit a letter on the keyboard, and like 5 seconds later, that letter will show up on screen. So it's fucking frustrating as hell to have 2 streams up. But I do it because I'm trying to spread the love. But I did catch Radeon UK for the first time. Radion. And I subbed to him. He seemed like a pretty funny dude. I like Radeon. I always appreciate you. I always appreciate you, Ultimate, as well, man. You're always dropping in my streams, it seems. Every single time. Bro, I was eating. You fucking eat every time I see you stream, you're eating. That's why half the time, like, dude, if you tune into a Ultimate stream, he's supposed to be racing with the people in his lobby, but half the time he'll be like, I'm gonna sit this one out, man. I'm gonna go heat up some food. He'll come back to the fucking rig and just be eating food while he's watching the lobby and like scrolling through, spectating, kicking people out that are acting up. It's funny as hell, dude. Ultimate, he don't have no patience with people too. People that piss him off, man, they start running into people, wrecking people, being douchebags. He'll just be like, "You're gone, get out." Peace. Jackhammer's hosting fun races tomorrow. At what time, LG, is he doing that? Is it like, what does he normally do, like 11 a.m. Eastern? I think usually does like 4 p.m. UK time, I think. There's a guy in town that has a Subi almost like that, but it's red with yellow stars. Huh. Interesting. So he's got one that has like a scatter of Subaru stars trickling off like that. That's so accurate. It's very accurate. Oh, I know. Trust me. I've seen enough of your streams. It's very accurate. He's like a substitute teacher. Yeah, that's a good description. Hope you're doing well, Rusty. Normal time. Normal time. So yeah, 11 a.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. UK time. Oh boy, are we gonna have some banana akbar? Stoked for the weekend. Ultimate how your week back in the rig. Yeah, dude, because he's got the rig again. That's right. But I didn't see him racing much in the rig. He was mostly just eating in the rig with the steering wheel sitting in front of him like this. All right, I need to change these guys. I don't know what other color to make them besides the same color yellow that the stars are. It doesn't look that bad like this, but I just feel like it needs to be something different. I don't know. Let's try black. I mean, black's not terrible. It creates a little bit of separation so that it doesn't look like the stars are just kind of like running smack dead into the lines of the... honestly, the black's not bad, but then this needs to be brighter, I think. So like a... I don't know, man. I'm having writer's block on what color I want this swoop design to be. No, can't do it like that. Damn, that shit was... Hops over for a visit. Mike number 5 in the house. What is up? Haha, you hit in the head. Hit the nail on the head. You hit in the head if the nail. I think you meant to say you hit the nail on the head. I'm picking up what you're putting down there. I got you. Rusty, I'm going to send you a picture. White shadow. Ooh, so leave it gray like I had it. And then for the shadow, do white. Definitely makes it pop. I think I need to make the gray though darker though if I'm gonna do that. So no, the darker doesn't look good either. Fuck. What am I doing with this? Why am I? Nope, that's too bright. I don't like it. The more I look at this, the more I'm just not liking the swoops. I know it's like the classic freaking Impreza rally car swoop design, but like I feel like it's just clashing with my whole star fade design. Do I even need the swoops? I don't know, man. White shadow would pop. Mr. 5, Ultimate, Discord, or PSN. Haha, what the hell did I type? I don't know, man. Discord, Russ. Phil and I figured out a cool lettering trick. Okay, do tell. Maybe swoops on the hood. Just on the hood. Yeah, that's what I'm kind of thinking, man. I'm thinking the swoops just don't fit here, covering over the stars. Like, I just feel like it's... Or maybe it needs to go underneath the stars. I don't know. Like, let me do a couple things here. Let's go back to the way we originally had it, but let's put it behind everything. Like, down here. Whoops. And then, let's just, I don't know. This is my last attempt at making this star. Nope, that looks terrible. Nope. Absolutely not. No way. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll hide it for now. We'll hide it for now. We'll hide it for now. And we'll come back to it. I worked so hard on these damn star pattern fading into oblivion here that I don't want to let that go. One thing I do want to do though, I'm kind of feeling that, dude. Okay, let's see the hood. Let's see the hood. The only problem with the hood though, with that swoop pattern, is it has the cutouts for the door. I can fill it in there. That's not a problem. I can fill it in. Let's see. So let's see what this looks like. Let's blow it up here. All right. And I want to leave enough room down there for other decals, so we'll go with that right there. And let's make the color that. And then in order to fill in these spaces for where the doors go, let's see. Holy crap, I missed a bunch. Maybe switch on the hood instead of the usual side. Yeah. Con, did you hit the gym today? I did. I did hit the gym. I did chest, tries, shoulders, and abs. I did two exercises for each muscle, and I did 3 sets of each exercise. So I did chest, tries, shoulders, abs times 2, so 8 exercises and 3 sets of each. So 8 times 3 is 24. 24 different sets. Yeah, it was a lot. And I worked out yesterday too, so I was very sore doing that. If you use a white drop offset a little from the letter, just a little, like a smidge, just enough to see kind of a crease past the letter, then use a gray drop a little off of that, it looks like 3D block letters with shadows. Interesting. I see where you're going with that. Okay. So are you talking about doing that all the way around the letters? So like you would have to do it in 4 different decals? You'd have to go left with it, then go up with it, then go right with it, then go down? Or are you talking about just do it on one side? So like go off to the left just a hair with a white, and then go off to the left with that just a hair with a gray. Is that what you're saying, Rusty? I don't know. I just drive the cars. No, you're not wrong, AK. Like, honestly, no suggestion is a bad suggestion because, like I said, man, sometimes I'll start with a livery with an idea in my head, and that goes out the window, man. The hood should always say something positive. That way I can read it when I'm fucking up and cheer up. Okay, I'll put something positive on there for you. Don't worry. Ultimate, I've been falling down drunk where your bike is. That's sexy. Baron Blitz Red, what's up? Welcome to the shit show. We're doing a livery here for AKG5. He's in the chat. I created some decals. You missed that whole process. If you care about decal creating, feel free to, after the stream is over or whenever you want, go back to the beginning of the stream, and there's some good tips on how to create decals, custom decals. Happy weekend, absolutely. Hey, AKG, JVG, okay, I see you, Con. Okay, I'm just trying to catch up on chat here. How do you guys do this while you're racing? Chat goes so fast. 26 people watch. There's 26 people watching this? Holy crap. That's insane. You guys are awesome, dude. That is insane. That is so awesome. Thank you, everybody that's watching. Freaking amazing. Absolutely amazing. I didn't expect anybody to be watching this. I was just kind of trying to slip this in. But I appreciate you. You guys are all fucking legends for that. Okay, so Rusty says no, all the same side. Okay, so I don't have to do 4 different quadrants around the letters, just one side. That gives it that kind of like that one-dimensional 3D depth. If that makes sense. One-dimensional 3D doesn't make sense, but one-sided 3D depth. Khan described my sex trick. The left and the right and around. I'll bet you an example. I'll bet you an example on Discord. Just a sec. Get you an example. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'd love to see that. Because I've done some tricks with some lettering, but I've never done multi-layered different colors like white and then gray like that. Sounds like somebody got creative. I hit walls while doing it. Better be 26 likes on the stream. Yeah, for real. There's 26 views. Shit. Oh, cool. Thanks, hon. I'll watch back. Yeah, decal creation is a bitch. If you have a computer, and if you have the ability to download Inkscape, Inkscape is free. Inkscape is wonderful. And then also there's a web app called SVGOMG. Basically, you know, SVG, oh my God. And it compresses SVG files so that you can get them down to size to be able to upload to Gran Turismo because the limit's 15 kilobytes. So Inkscape and SVG, oh my God, are two absolute critical pieces to creating decals. Do you see how many times we wreck while reading chat? Yes. Especially AKG. AKG wrecks quite a bit reading chat, especially since he turned it off. Why did you turn it off of your TV? Because you used to have it come up on your TV while you were playing. And you said you turned that off because it was, for some reason, I don't know. And now you read it from your phone. So, I don't know. I would have thought that having it on the TV would have been better. Or have both, you know. Facts, Rusty. Yeah. Hot that like. Hit that like. But yes, hot that like too. You can hot it and you can hit it. And hit that sub button too if you want to hit the sub button. I'd appreciate it. You think if I tried Inkscape, I could do my logo? Yeah, JV, it takes practice. It takes a lot of finagling. Like, I don't remember. Did you catch the first part of the stream? You probably, or maybe not in the first part, but like you probably saw me later on in the stream when I was messing with the decals, how you create it in Inkscape, you dumb it down as much as you can, you delete unnecessary nodes, and then you save it, and you go and look at the file size, and it's like 40 kilobytes. You're like, fuck, what do I do? You go into SVG OMG, you compress it down, and you either get it to the correct size, and it looks like shit, or you get it to where it still looks decent, but it's not the correct size. So yeah, it is a trial and error thing, and a lot of it comes down to going to the node tool in Inkscape and deleting unnecessary nodes manually. It is painful, it is tedious, it takes forever. You got to zoom in, and you just got to go one by one sometimes, and it's painful, man. That's all there is to it. And you wouldn't have to do all that if the size limit of the uploads to fucking Gran Turismo 7 wasn't so low. But because of that, you have no choice. And the only other option is if you just cannot get it down to 15 kilobytes, you do what I did on this one, and you create multiple different decals and put them together, piece them together like a puzzle on the car. And like I did with the 24 hours of sim racing against blood cancer logo, that was a stacked multiple set of decals where you place the base where you want it, you size it, and then you duplicate it 3 times, and then you go to those duplicates and replace them with the parts that they need to. So like the second duplicate, you would replace it with part 2. The third duplicate, you would replace it with part 3. And then it becomes the logo, but it's 4 different decals stacked on top of each other. But that's how you have to do it with this game because of the size limit. So let's see. I'm probably going to be trash, but I'll try. Yeah, give it a shot, man. It's trial and error. I didn't know what I was doing either. I watched a bunch of YouTube videos. GT Jesse. Look up GT Jesse. GT, capital letters, space, Jesse. That's the guy that I learned how to make decals from. He's got tons of videos out there. Watch them all because he's done a bunch over the years that Gran Turismo's been in existence. And his videos have evolved as he's learned new techniques on how to create decals. He's got some for auto tracing and he's got some for manual tracing. I just watched recently the one for manual tracing, which is it's like a year-old video. And manual tracing works for things that, with like curvy lettering. It doesn't work for things that have like a lot of colors and a lot of different random angles and curves going on. But like if you have like a word, like a proprietary company that you're trying to mimic that logo, a lot of times if you do manual tracing, it's quicker and easier. So just look them up. GT Jesse. So let's see. TV cuts it off. TV cuts what off? If too many chat messages. Oh, but yeah, it cuts the end of the message off. Yeah. I know that. But at least if you have it on the TV, LG, you can see, hey, somebody said this. And if it's too long, you just look down at your phone. So, no, I get what you're saying. But yeah, like, it would also help if people put periods at the end of their sentences when they type in a chat message. That way, if you see the period on the TV screen, you know that's the end of it. If you don't see a period, then you know it's cut it off and you need to look at your phone. Just my 2 cents. Punctuation's fucking important. Sent you pick of the shadow on Discord. Okay. I've slipped a bunch of NyQuil in my girl's drink. I don't know how. What? Dude, you don't put that in chat. That's like criminal and shit. God, Trisha's gonna fucking murder your ass, dude. I can't save you from Georgia, okay? You're on your own up there in Rhode Island, bro. Trisha's gonna murder your ass. About to double the close. I don't know what that means. I'm trying to get to the Derby. Yeah, we got 25 minutes to the Derby. I'm gonna be in that too, so if she's still awake pretty soon, I'm gonna have to get physical. Somebody send in help. Meatloaf. The J in JV, Jesse. Probably a handsome dude. Smart dude. Handsome, smart dude. My son's middle name is Jesse. One of my best friends is named Jesse, honestly. No Diddy. Spelled the same way, Jesse. I didn't see, hear nothing. Tough talk. LBB. yeah, exactly. Tough talk for an LBB. You know, he always goes on mute on his mic when he's streaming, and he comes back off mute, and he's like, yeah, I had to pat on my hand and slap a bitch. No, that's not what happened. You got slapped. That's why you went on mute. You didn't want everybody to hear you getting slapped. We all know what happened. No, GV, please. I need a witness. Need a vacation, 3 meals, and a car. Damn. Jesse's girl is Stacy's mom. If I had Jesse's girl. Bro, you guys type so fast, I can't even catch up. AKG needs that PC. Yes, dude. We need to get AKG a PC. Well, that's why I donated some money to the PC fund for AKG today. The man needs a PC. Dual monitor and have the chat on the side with the virtual monitor. Tits. Yeah, dude, having the tablet right here, I don't have to, like, rotate my head. I can just, like, glance over and see it. She's my girl, Con. Isn't that, like, my property? No. We're not cavemen. She's not your... oh. I'm getting invited to a party, probably for the Derby. Pat has no idea I'm streaming right now. I think that was Pat that just invited me. Where was I at? Oh, she's my girl. No, she's not your property. No. The shadow trick is stupid simple. Yeah, it seems simple. You just duplicate it and move it over to the left and change the color. Yeah. Yep. I mean, I've been doing something similar, just not in multiple layers like that. Bro, we all do it. I'm pleading the fifth. Pleading the fifth. Honey, if you're watching, I plead the fifth. I do not condone anything that is being said. I love my wife very much. Very, very much. She's the most special woman in the world. Y'all can take some notes. Learn how to do it right. Bro, I'm gonna unmod you. You will do nothing of the sort. I'm the king mod. I'm the king mod in your channel. You can't unmod the king. King Kong ain't got nothing on me. Denzel, training day. Baby, I'm almost done, I swear. No damn well I powder my hand. No, you don't. No, you don't. I don't believe it one bit. Not one bit. I think it's the other way around. The tablet is definitely clutch. Good addition. 100%. Fucking massive, dude. Just massive. If you proceeded to stream. No. To the Rick James. What did the five fingers say to the face? Smack! Check out Midnight Man's channel. He's got great content on cheap streaming equipment. Yeah? Dude, all my streaming equipment is cheap as fuck. I have a Chinese knockoff capture card. It's so Chinese knockoff, it doesn't even have a brand name. The box just says capture card made in China. Literally. That's how knockoff it is. But it fucking works phenomenally. My tablet was on sale on Amazon for $200. Probably the best investment I made. My laptop, it's actually my wife's laptop that I bought for her for her work. $500 on sale. This laptop is running everything right now, with like 8 gigabytes of RAM. No, 8 or 16. I think it's 8 gigabytes of RAM. Not the most crazy CPU in it. I mean, it's a $500 Asus laptop. The Logitech webcam, it's a HD 1080p Logi webcam. I don't know. Rati bought it. I can't remember what she paid, but no more than $35. I got a USB hub because the laptop only has one USB-A port. So in order to plug in this mic and all this other stuff, I had to buy a USB hub. That was like $15. The thing that's holding my tablet, the arm, like $15, I think. This microphone was like 30 something bucks. It came with the boom arm that I have anchored to this desk next to me. So like the most expensive part of this is the PC for $500, the laptop, the tablet for $200, and everything else is like 30 something dollars or less. So I already had the headset, the SteelSeries 6 Arctic 6 SteelSeries headset. Other than that, it's just HDMI cables and USB cables. And obviously the TV. So I've set this up as cheap as I can. I drive a refurbished G29. Some of the buttons don't work and it grinds like crazy. So not expensive. I do have the RS pedals. That's the most expensive thing in my rig is the RS pedals, other than the rig itself. The rig is a GT player rig. It was $300. Rati got it for me for Christmas last year. No, last year or the year before last? I think it was the year before last. But yeah, $300 GT player. It's a great rig. Cockpit, I should say. If you are just using PS5 and the PC to stream, it's not that expensive. Yeah. Midnight Man did a stream where he bought everything to stream from Temu for under $300. I haven't bought anything off Temu, but I imagine it could be done. I would have trust issues, though. I would have some trust issues. What I want to know is how much that POS Tampa jersey cost you. Okay, motherfucker. That jersey is worth more than your life, okay? I don't want to say how much, but let's just say it's worth more than my life and your life combined. Because, well, I'll leave it at that. I'll leave it at that. That jersey is priceless. And you know what? I used to hate Tom Brady when he played for fucking the Patriots. But as soon as he came to the Bucs, I was like, wait. You guys hate Tom Brady? No, Tom Brady's cool, man. He's awesome. Gets expensive when you're gaming and streaming. Yes, it does. Yes. Yeah, because then you gotta have a gaming PC, which costs a fortune for the graphic cards, the memory, the fucking everything else, the CPU. Like, I can't even imagine building a gaming PC right now. I'm dead. Left my JV all for fun. Ban con. Yeah. It was free, AKG. What was free? Wait, what? Honey, what was free? Oh, how much that POS? No. Yeah, so, yeah. Okay. I see what you're saying about the jersey. It was free for me from a friend who worked for a company that he basically went out to all these places and got all kinds of like memorabilia, jerseys, footballs, cards, t-shirts, posters, you name it. He had a plethora of shit. I'm talking about so much shit. He had like Aaron Rodgers jerseys. He had like Mike Allstott. Like I've got helmets up there signed by Mike Allstott. I've got fucking helmets signed by Mike Evans, fucking Tom Brady, Rob Gronkowski. I've got shit out the wazoo, and I didn't pay a dime for any of it because the guy that I know, who's the husband of my brother's ex-wife, and kind of the stepdad of my niece, he was getting it by the truckloads, and he just had no more room to put it in his house. He built this man cave, put a shit ton of it in his house. He's like, I don't have any more fucking space for anything. So he just started, every time I'd go to visit, he would just give it to me. Just, here, take this card, take this one of one, take this, that. Like, it's insane, dude. Crazy, crazy. Oh, that bad? No, that good. Jelly. No, not worthless. Not even close. Bro, if you had any idea how much that shit's worth. Man. You got sloppy singing Tom Brady. No. I got Super Bowl Tom Brady in the first year that he was there. Thank you very much, AK. The first year he played for the Bucks, he got a fucking Super Bowl. How you like them apples? What's your team? Huh? What's your team? Is it the Patriots? Congratulations. Mahomes jersey worth... No, it's not. That was fucking Mahomes. Are you kidding me? Mahomes jersey worth more? He's still playing the game, bro. You're... LG, come on. Ah, dude, don't get me started. I've been drinking. Don't get me started. Mahomes is a great player. Mahomes is... He's gonna be a Hall of Famer. Probably first ballot. He's a legend already. He is not Tom Brady, dude. Tom Brady's the GOAT. There ain't no way in hell any fucking Mahomes jersey is worth more than a Tom Brady. You're crazy. You're absolutely crazy. Crazy talk. That's crazy talk. Crazy talk. We had the Tom Brady Patriot. Oh, you're a Patriots fan. Okay. So you're just mad that he left and went to the Bucks. I get it. I was mad when Shaq left the Orlando Magic and went to the fucking Lakers. I stopped watching basketball because of that shit. Oh, sorry. I gotta stop stroking my beard. Rotzi said, stop stroking the beard. Sorry. It's a habit, dude. It's a bad habit. Stop stroking the beard. I gotta stop stroking the beard. Sorry, I don't like to tell people my football team. Yeah, because of the Patriots. Yep, because they think you're a bandwagoner. But you're in Rhode Island. I mean, that's right up in the same area. So I don't blame you for being a Patriots fan. I mean, what other fucking football team is near Rhode Island? So I'm not hating on that, dude. You like who you want to like. I'll catch you later. Okay, man. Take care, Ultimate. I appreciate you stopping in, bro. Oh my God, Bill, you're making me piss myself. Mahomes GOAT. LG, get it. Somebody fucking time out LG with that shit. Get that Mahomes GOAT shit out of my chest. Come on, bro. Even when I was a fucking Tom Brady hater, I would still admit that Tom Brady is the GOAT. Even though I hated him. But then he became a Buck, and now I love the guy. He's awesome. Mahomes runs like a fairy. He does run like... He walks like a fairy. You ever seen him walk into the fucking huddle? Why has he got his head all crooked, walking all like... Like, why does he walk so weird, man? Like... What is wrong with Mahomes? And that fucking weird ass mullet he's got going on. I mean, my hair's not great either, but I don't know. I'm kind of a Mahomes hater lately. Mainly, I'm a Travis Kelce hater. Fuck that guy. Him and his little... No, I won't get into politics. Him and his little Moderna shots commercials. Or Pfizer, or whatever it was. Livery has a bit of a Chiefs vibe. No. Nope. This is highlighter yellow. It's not even close to the same color. I mean, honestly, it kind of is close. But the red is not even close. You know what? Fuck that. It's not a Chiefs vibe. Yeah, don't say that again. Don't say that again. Goat walk? No, more like... I don't even know what to call that walk. Gimp walk. He walks in huddle like, girls, seriously, what we getting from Starbucks? Serious. Dude, that's literally fucking Patrick Mahomes to a T. Pin that shit. Travis and Taylor live a mile from me. Yeah. Whatever. No one cares. No one cares. All right. I finally caught up on chat. Jesus Christ, you guys type fast. So now that I've finally caught up on chat, I'm going to show you how to fix this little notch here. So I'm going to add a layer. We're just going to put a little box here for now. Make it the same color. And line it up with the bottom line there. Wish it would let me zoom in a little further, but it won't. Okay. I can see a notch. I don't like it. There we go. Okay. And then similar on the top. We're going to add, but we need a curve. So let's just take the most gentle curve here, which I believe is this one. Flip it horizontally. Change the color. Turn it this way. Stretch it out a bit. Alright, shrink it down. Make it thicker. Stretch it out. It's not going to cooperate with me. That tip. Just the tip. Let's try a different curve, like a more. Let's see. This is kind of a gentle curve here. Let's see what this one looks like. Reduce it down. Stretch it out. Okay, now we're talking. So boom. That's how you hide imperfections. And no one would be the wiser that there was a slot there for the door. And now let's do the same thing up here on this part. We need a very gentle curve on the top, so let's go with like... Let's see, Red Kingdom. No. Put some airheads. No airheads. Best friend is a Kansas fan, and his wife's family was a 49ers fan. We got 8 minutes. I'm gonna have to hurry up with this. They're legit divorced now. Swear to God. So when they came back, he was giving it to them. Oh, sorry, I gotta stop stroking the beard. Sorry. Fucking much. How about those No, stop putting Chiefs. You know what? Somebody put LG in a timeout. No more Chiefs. No more Chiefs. No more Chiefs shit. Timeout. Fucker. But we saw you. We know. Heading down to the rig. Loving the... Yeah, okay. What's that? Sounds rusty for shorts. Nobody knows. I still have to go collect that LG. Okay, I'm caught up. So we got to do a gentle sweep here for this part up here. Let's see if I can make this work. Okay, that takes care of that part. And now this part can be basically just a square for the most of it. And then I'll only have to worry about the bottom. Okay, and now let's add just a little... Man, it's almost a straight line. It's barely curved at all. I just need a slight curve, like, let's see, pattern. A slight curve. Maybe this guy. Maybe this guy, let's see. Honestly, it's not. It's almost not even a curve. It's so straight. That ain't gonna work. Let's just see if a straight line can handle it. On a small scale, I think it can. Okay. I think that's good. It's not perfect. This kind of irks me. But I think it's good. Okay. BandCon DD is open. Shit, it's already open? Okay. I'm going to end the stream here. I think I already overwrite, but I'm going to overwrite again. I'm going to end the stream here. I'm going to work on this another time, but because I got to go join the demo derby, but I got to take a piss before I do that. Drop that like button if you haven't already, people. I appreciate you being here. There's still 21 people viewing this. It's crazy. That's absolutely crazy. Is that a bot? There's got to be a bot. There's no way 21 people are viewing this. But if there truly are 21 people viewing this, freaking amazing. Love you all. You guys are freaking rock stars. The GT7 community just never ceases to amaze me. It's amazing. It really is. It's awesome. Thank you all for tuning in. Thank you for liking and subbing. Anybody that liked and subbed. Hopefully you guys have gained some kind of knowledge from this, especially the decal making part. A lot of people don't know how to make decals. It's kind of a rare thing. I don't even know anybody else that does it other than like maybe Philness. Not a whole lot of people do it. So take with you what you will from the decal making part. And hopefully you learn something and gain some knowledge. And you know, traction optional. Henry, appreciate you. I just realized that you were the one that said BandCon DD's open. Appreciate you, man, for helping me out last night, getting my party chat thing set up with the Chatlink Pro. Definitely appreciate you, man. I'm about to join the DD. I'm gonna end the stream here, and I'll see y'all next time. Appreciate y'all. Kakun Kap. That's Thai for thank you.
Carson made it better.
She going crazy, I'm nervous, I ain't never been here before. She hold on my hands cause she know that I'm worth it, but I keep my heels on the floor. She asking me questions like every second, but I can't respond anymore. Now I'm going crazy, she nervous. Now I'm going crazy, she worth it. Yeah, she worth it. Caffeine how not working. I still love not hurting. She too fine, so I better not hurt it. She too kind, I'm worthless. I'm just fine, I'm working. I'm on top and I don't stop, so baby keep on. Baby keep on working. Baby keep on. Baby keep on working. I'm on top and I don't stop, so baby keep on. I like when they classy, a little bit sassy, smile like whoa. Like when they vibey, possibly wifey, got me like oh, ayy. Got me so chill, I can't even spill, just vibe to the flow, ayy. Can't even stress it, lady a blessing, never found this before, ayy. Name got an A and Naya, keeping a DL low, ayy. Like when she vibing, laughing and smiling when I'm a fool, ayy. Treat me right, I get in the fight over this goal, ayy. Every moment I cherish is worth it, man, I'm telling for show. First off, I keep my money burst off. I can't trust that somebody won't try and take time off my check. I play advanced like some chess. You stay in check like the rest. I play dirty but street ball, never ask for no reps. I don't lie, just connect. Proofread to check. You can hate over a lie as you tryna be like the press. Press over a couple little things means the less people you impress. I learned that at a young age, yeah, I stand out, never rest. Don't get get it twisted, I know you was listening. Better go fishing with daddy. Hey, before he go missing, before you were christened. Up on some wood, no matter afflictions, body still glisten. Indubitably, you'll see what I mean. And casually be a casualty to a tragedy that happened to me. But now, I'm never one to be lacking. Pulling up, what's cracking? Can't you respect most of you acting? Carry a law, you judging and laughing. Schism and ism and prison some ism. And I'ma leave it for you to say what it isn't. Hey, out. I wrote you like it? Yeah, that song was fire.